Okay, let's get started. Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see on the title, on today's video, I'm going to be giving you my full review with spoilers of Antlers. I got the chance to watch this one yesterday, but the movie is coming today, October 29th. On the US, and basically I think that the rest of the world, probably in other places, maybe a little bit late, but here in Puerto Rico come a day before, so this is why I had the chance to watch them. I also watched it last night in Soho, but that review is coming today in a few hours. This is coming at 3 and last night in Soho is coming at 6, so both reviews are coming today. Now, like I said in my review, just like always, are with spoilers, but if you don't want them, just to see if this is worth watching or not, on the description box down below, there you're going to find my spoiler-free review, because I like to give you guys the options. So, giving a little talk disclaimer ahead, let's get into the video. So, if this is not your first time on my channel, you probably know already that every time that I do a review, I basically spoil the whole thing. And I want to try something different for these two reviews, where I do give spoilers, but I don't tell the whole movie, because I am feeling like I am just giving 2 minutes of my opinion and 10 minutes of talking the whole movie through, which I am assuming that if you're watching my review that is with spoilers, either you already watched it and you just want to hear my opinion. In that case, thank you, I appreciate it. Or maybe you just want to see what the hell is the movie about and if it's really worth it. So I'm going to be trying to be a little more careful with giving away the whole thing, because I mean, there will be no point of giving you the whole thing. But yes, I'm going to be giving spoilers and of course my opinion. But it's something that I want to try. If it works, if not, feedback is always appreciated, so you can tell me. And yes, I am eating M&M's because I went to a Halloween party. Although Halloween is on Sunday. By the way, happy Halloween, because this video is coming on Friday. So I really like eating and also drinking a lot of water during the videos. So that's why I have my cup. But well, let's get into this review. Now, Antlers is a supernatural horror movie that is directed by Scott Cooper and is produced by Guillermo del Toro. This is probably the thing that attracted me the most to the movie, because I'm going to be honest, I never did a reaction to the trailer, but the first time that I heard and watched a trailer about this movie, I felt that it was going to be on the basic side of horror, and I wasn't really interested in watching it, I'm going to be completely honest. But once I read that Guillermo del Toro was involved, that kept my attention a little bit more, since I do really like his work in horror. Probably I will ever do a video talking about that, because I do really enjoy Guillermo del Toro. I think he does an amazing job. He's an amazing director. But here's a producer here. But still, that gave me some motivation to watch it, and here we are. Now, basically, the movie is going to follow Julia, that is a teacher that is just returning to her hometown in Oregon. She basically spent 12 years, if I am not mistaken, away from it, because, spoiler, and giving it like the simplest way for me to tell you, she was having an abusive parent. So she wanted to run away from that, but she left her brother behind, that is the sheriff on the town. But of course, they are connecting each other once again. She is staying with him, and like I said, she's a teacher. And of course, since she was on the abusive side of a family, she's able to see when a student is having the same thing on his house. And it's what happens with the kid that is going to be the protagonist, Lucas. So Lucas basically has an abusive father that is into drugs. Is something that happens a lot on the town, and his brother is not precisely the best brother that you could have. So of course she's paying closely attention to him, and the movie basically is starting to show the traumas of her, how she is living basically after what happened, and how Lucas also is having the situation on his house. Now, of course, like I said, this is on the supernatural side. And once they start to investigate, and this is what something that we learn, is that the creature here on the movie, it's a Wendigo. Now, this is, if you have watched Supernatural or you're into this type of stuff, you already know what it is. But in case that you have never heard A Wendigo is a creature and a legend that is based from Native Americans. So this is a popular legend in general. So we have this creature on the movie, which it was for me. I wasn't expecting me to be a Wendigo. I don't know. When it says supernatural, yes, I was expecting a creature, but never that. And also, it's really ugly. So, but we don't see it really until the end. Also, the movie, since some bodies start to appear on the town, it has some pretty good gore and it's kind of graphic, I would call it in a way. So if you don't like that, don't look that much. So basically, the Wendigo is on Lucas' house and he's feeding him. And you might be thinking, why the hell a boy has that thing on his house? Well, basically, the whole violence and thing that is happening on Lucas' house is because of the Wendigo. So we learned that basically his parent and the brother are kind of infected by him. So now they are kind of half human, half the creature. And his mother died, so basically all he has is his brother and his father that aren't precisely on the best senses. So basically, like I said, it's not until the end that we actually see the creature. So the movie, it's not what I was expecting. The reality is that it has a lot of metaphors when it comes to violence and abuse and that type of themes and subjects. So it's something that Guillermo del Toro basically he does a lot of metaphors on his projects, but his work here wasn't really into directing or writing. It was just the producer, meaning that of course he didn't precisely had a lot to do with the story. But definitely I feel that if he was like putting his hand and maybe even more involved, the movie could have been even better. The movie was good. The reality is that the movie is really good. It is completely worth watching it. I think that it felt like a little bit on the basic side, but the reality is that it's really good. Shots really good, has some good jump scares, it has the gore, the blood, the creature, really good. The characters, yeah, they're okay. Some things kind of fell out of place, and the relationship between Julia and her brother, I don't know. For me, it didn't really felt like I didn't felt a good connection between them, if you understand. But definitely, I like it the whole rest of the story. So in general, the movie I would call it a 7 out of 10 because of course it has some minor flaws, but nothing that you can forget and just enjoy the rest of the movie. So definitely, I think that if Guillermo del Toro was a little bit more involved, they could have done way more metaphors and just the way that he does. Like I said, if you have seen his previous work in horror, you know what I'm talking about and you know what he's capable of doing. He has such a unique way of combining horror with a lot of metaphors and also like beautiful and sad endings at the same time. I don't know, but trust me, he knows how to do good horror, combining it with a lot of things that you will never expecting. But like I said, definitely the movie is worth watching it. So if you are a little bit interested in watching it, I am telling you to go and watch it. I haven't seen bad reviews about the movie really, so I think that it's like the general thinking that the movie is good. So it's not just me that thinks that the movie is good. But of course, like I said, it's not perfect. Now, actually, the movie it's based on a short story written by the same guy that wrote the movie. That is Nick Antosca, and the short was the Quiet Boy. So basically, the short was what pushed and made the whole movie. Something that has happened before. For example, Lights Out is a short that's basically I don't know 2 to 3 minutes. It's really short but definitely made a huge impact on the internet many years ago. And eventually we had the longer version that it's Lights Out, which is a really good film. Actually, it's a really good one. You have if you haven't watched it, go. It's actually on Hulu, so you should watch it. But basically, this is all. Like For me, the major flaw was kind of the characters' connection, and maybe I don't know. I think that that was for me the flaw of it, because when it comes to the story, the kid, the Wendigo, the whole blood gore, I think that that was really good. So this is for me a 7 out of 10 and a 3 out of 5. Yeah, that's my final rating. But it's good, it's worth. And also we are on the Halloween weekend. So if you don't want to stay at home or you have no plans of going to a party or something, you can spend your Halloween weekend on a movie theater watching this, or maybe last night in Soho, which, like I said, that review is coming after this video in just a few hours. So in case that you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get a notification every single time that I post. I mostly post on Fridays at 3, but sometimes, for example, like today, I'm posting twice. And if something like trailer reactions, that's the only thing that will come without any announcement. Because, of course, sometimes I do announce when a trailer is coming, sometimes they're not. So I try to do reactions as quick as the trailer comes out. So, and sometimes, like for example, I did my reviews to American Horror Story all Thursdays. Now that it's gone, so coming back to one video per week. That was on Fridays, but still another random video can come on the week. And well, this is all for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye.